Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the American Investor Show. Please click subscribe if this is your first time listening. From trader and CEO interviews to breaking news about companies you won't hear anywhere else, nobody does a better job at keeping you in the know when it comes to penny stocks. The term penny stock generally refers to a security issued by a very small company that trades at less than $5 per share. Penny stocks are extremely risky, yet they offer rates of return on investment not seen anywhere else. The host, guest, and callers are not registered financial advisors licensed by any government entity, and therefore, the following should be considered entertainment. The host, guest, and callers disclaim all liability in the event any information, commentary, analysis, opinions, advice, and/or recommendations prove to be inaccurate, incomplete, or unreliable, or result in any investment losses. Before investing in penny stocks, you should consult a professional to determine what strategy may be best for your individual needs. Now, without further ado, your host, Tsla.
Yes. What's going on, folks? Yeah, it had some technical difficulties, but things are looking up. Looking good, sounding good. I think so. Shout out to all the people coming into the chat room. Londell Carter, Bad Scientist, Life for a Business. Yes, indeed. Ann Buller, DPG, Mario Fincher, Adonis, Ken, what's going on? Wande Casa, Ace V, because I'm eating good, baby. I'm eating good. Life for a Business, Kayak Z, A Ranger. Yeah, shout out to Ken and Fuzz, man. Ken is killing it on Fuzz right now. You know, we had that clown call up and really pumped it up, and I wanted you guys to hear it. But look what Fuzz has done since. Man. Look at what Fuzz has done since. Shout out to people coming into the chat room. I hope you enjoyed your weekend. Time to get back to the money now. All right, time to get back to the money now, ladies and gentlemen. And boy, look, I gotta give you that, Ken. That's a big turn of events going on in FUSZ. So if you've been living under a rock, you have seen today that the FBI raided one of Trump's lawyers, his main lawyer, his go-to guy, all right? Or at least before he became president. That really changed the market today. I mean, that is the excuse that they're giving for the fact that we saw the market literally turn around from the high of the day, we're being at 161 level or so on the Qs, to turning around and selling off. I'll get back to it in just a second. 646, Ken, what's up?
Hey, what's up? Sorry, you were talking about the market and how it turned around because of Mr. Cohen. But look at the futures now; we're up huge, so maybe it'll be discounted. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll see what happens. With the futures, if that holds up. I mean, we sold off aggressively after hours. Now all of a sudden we're up. This is all over the place, and I don't know with these futures. I mean, we were up this morning, right? We had the rally, and if we're going to sell off on news like that, then that tells me it's almost as if it's a sucker's rally. If we're going to sell off, 500, 600 points, off, some kind of raid.
It's crazy. Yeah. But look at the MACD on the QQQ, SPY, and the MACD is trying to curl positive. So, I took my 401k money and went long today. That's my thought. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm not. I could always go back. Bonds.
Well, yeah, here I'm looking on the QQQ and the daily. Unless you're looking into a different time frame, I'm still seeing a bit negative sentiment, but it could be bottoming out here. So it could be very well bottoming out there. I mean, we're fighting with these 200 levels. Obviously, again, if it continues to bounce off this level, or if it looks like we're going to get a nice bounce off this level, then we'll see what happens. But I today was just eating off QQQ all day. Disappointed to see Roku bounce. But other than that, man, I mean, we'll see if we contain, can stay above the 200 moving average. That's where we really need to be.
Right. So thank you for giving me the kudos on the FUSZ. And I brought it up on the show that I got back in heavy again at 87 and 89 cents. And because I knew about the Essex House, the CEO speaking at Essex House at 3 o'clock today. And, normally those things, I don't know, they don't always work out. The stock doesn't go up big. But obviously those people like what he had to say. He talked from 3 to 3:45 this afternoon. And the stock closed at the high of the day.
So I mean, Ken, where does this go from here? I mean, what is there to get excited about? I mean, obviously you've been in it for some time already. You've made money in it. What's the continued excitement here?
Well, it's supposed to come out. Really, the PR, the Oracle deal that they have that'll be announced. I think before this huge conference that they're throwing that they're at this event on Monday, April 24th to Thursday, April 27th. That's 2 weeks.
Okay.
And then he also CEO's also at another investor conference in Dallas on Thursday. Interesting. When he talked when Rory spoke this afternoon, he mentioned that there's a couple of other huge contracts they have that he hasn't disclosed yet. So good stuff.
We'll be looking forward to it, man.
So yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think we can get to $3 in the next couple weeks. That's what I think. But I'll watch the train actually.
Yeah, we'll see, bro. I mean, those couple of days at $2, I thought it was a goner, and now we're back knocking on $2. So I'm not going to second guess you here at 178. That 3 is a possibility.
It's crazy. Wow. The other one I'm big in is Renova, and you and I talked about this, and you like the stock, RNVA. I think tomorrow they have their quarterly earnings come out tomorrow, and the stock exploded above 2, close to 2.1 near the high of the day. I think 70 million is pretty heavy for that stock.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge amount, and RNVA, you're in it, I'm in it. I'm not, it's probably my own. Actually, it was one of 3 of my only OTC's position right now. And RNVA, as I said, I have no doubt that this is going to be a stock that, later on, sometime down the year or something like that, you're going to wake up and this stock could be a 4, 5, 8, 10 cent stock, just because I've been following this story so closely. I wrote it on my website, Advanced Equity Research. Check out my website for that write-up. But, I got to update that because they're doing some wonderful things, and it's just now that their investments are online and finally bringing in some income to that bottom line.
Just for I don't know if you follow any of the traders on iHub. Have you ever heard of this guy Low Trade on iHub?
Not
older man. Okay, he really knows the OTC scam, the game and all that. He feels like 2.5 is short-term top at 2.5 cents. That would be a double for me. So I'm not sure if I take half off the table more or not. I don't know. I mean, it can't go wrong. It never hurts to take a little bit off the table if you double your money in a week.
Absolutely. I mean, if that's their time horizon, then I guess it makes sense. But RNVA, I'm in it long term.
Yeah, I mean, it's one really great chart. Great chart on that. Moving along, NVCN, what do you think of that one?
NVCM, I saw you brought it up in the chat during the weekend. I don't know much about it, man. I mean, I know the float isn't the smallest, so I'd love to see a little bit. Yeah, I'd love to see some more buyers come in there, and I don't mind being a little late on this one just because it just has such an ugly looking chart. I'd love to make sure the turnaround is for real before I jump in here.
Yeah, I would agree with you there. There's more rumors again tonight about Sessions resigning or getting fired. And boy, if that happens, the marijuana sector is going to light up. Well, the marijuana stocks, a lot of them are down.
Yeah, absolutely. And Ken, I mean, his boss came out and shitted on him today. Again, you know what I mean? His boss came out today on national television, said He basically is doing a bad job. He should have told me what he was going to do, and I would have never hired him. I mean, how can you continue to work in a position like that, and you know your boss doesn't like you? He doesn't like you. I mean, I think at this point it's day to day now. I think at this point, if you've got that extra money and you understand what can happen if Jeff Sessions retires, I think why not take a position in marijuana right now, waiting for that to happen, because we're getting close. I mean, we are so close to that happening. And at this point, how can he continue to go to work in the morning and feel like that? He's a bigger man than I am, because I would have quit a long time ago with my boss talking to me like that.
Right. It's insane.
Yeah.
Insane. So, that's about it. Like I said, things are going well here, so hopefully we continue.
There it is. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ken.
All right. Thank you.
Shout out to Ken. Appreciate you for the call, man. Again, today was a suckers rally. Had quite a few people get burned today because they jumped on it, and it really turned around and bit a lot of people in the butt, man. A lot of people got burned. I did see that. 919 Bats, what's up, man?
Hey, Sal, this will be a very, very short call because I've already posted my NASDAQ and OTC stocks. I called to just thank you, sir. I called to just, I don't know, I'm just so grateful to you for just keeping me motivated through all these issues with me. So remember on Friday, you posted the question to me since, I have to, due to some FINRA rule, because my wife works for JP Morgan Chase, and I can only buy and sell stocks after holding them for 30 days. And you posted something to me and you said volatility or ETFs. Can you trade those? And so I was like, yeah, I'll check, but I doubt it. Guess what? And I think you saw some of my posts because you liked them. I called JP Morgan Chase compliance, and so it looks like pretty much like SPY. SPY.
Okay.
I can day trade that. I can trade it because that particular ETF, at least with JP Morgan Chase, is exempt from any FINRA rules. This is specifically FINRA 3210. If either you or your spouse or family member that you live within the same house deals with potential insider trading issues, just for people who are not familiar with that, then you basically have to declare all your brokerage accounts. And so for the last 2 months or 2.5 months, I've had to modify my trading, the way I trade, because I used to be a day trader or short-term swing trader. And if it wasn't for you, I was still going to talk to them, but you said, listen, volatility ETFs, those aren't attached to any specific stock, so they can't nail you on insider trading. For instance, if you're following the SPY, which is following 500 stocks on the S&P 500. So I had like a 20, 30-minute call with JP Morgan Chase compliance, and they actually shared with me a list of what was exempt from that rule, and the SPY, fortunately, that's one I can trade, day trade, do whatever I can with it. All the others are kind of related to the FTSE or the Russell 2000. So pretty much and you specifically said the SPY because it's liquid, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the only one I can trade. So I'm really just calling to thank you, because had it not been for you, that motivated me to ask further questions, I actually would have thought I couldn't day trade anything. So moving forward, I'm going to be, try to be a SPY expert.
Yes.
And, yeah. So I'm looking to day trade SPY. Today I did my first round trip trade doing options where I bought a put at 263.
Okay.
It looked like, because it went up to 264 and some change, and I'm like, damn, I'm down. What am I going to do? And then there was that end of day sell-off.
Yeah.
And in the last hour or two, I was able to make close to 20% of what I put in. Hence the power of, options, where if I'd gone in on, on the SPY at $265 or $263 stock, I would have needed $55,000, something crazy like that, to make the exact amount of money that I did with just, $500 and something dollars.
Right.
So yeah, this is, I just want to give a shout out to you, Sal, because if it wasn't for you, I actually would not, let's call it a loophole, because honestly, what I also discovered with options trading is that unfortunately I can't even do regular options unless they're loops now. So the way my wife entered it, I think there was a glitch with the software, or it doesn't really recognize it. So she entered all my call options. Remember back in the day, like a couple of months ago, I was in Procter & Gamble, Johnson & Johnson, an oil stock, and what WRCW. Those may expire worthless, but that's fine because, the market went down. I couldn't cut my losses because
things have radically changed, right? Things have radically changed since you put those in.
Yeah, so I'm willing to lose that because basically I leveraged my profit from AKS, the steel company. I essentially used my profits to kind of experiment with that. But now that I know I can day trade SPY, and I thank you for that, because if it really wasn't for you asked me and you were like, well, can you trade ETFs? So unfortunately, I cannot trade volatility. So the VIX, I'm limited. I mean, it's good news. I can trade the SPY, but anything else, I'm limited. So if I have to do options off of a regular stock, it has to be a leap. So it has to be 12-month expiration. It's so ridiculous, but listen, I made money today, and I really owe it to you because Friday you're like, well, can't you, trade volatility or ETFs? Called them up, had a long chat with them, and they've got a whole, like I said, they've got a list of a few dozen that I can trade, but unfortunately, or fortunately, the SPY is really the only liquid one. But
well, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, Bats, again, thank you so much, bro. I really appreciate you letting me know this, because look, the SPY, is probably the most. I think it is actually the most liquid ETF.
The most liquid
out there. So there's no. I mean, if there was one ETF that you could have been allowed to trade, that was by far the best one they could have given you. So now you get to be somebody who can be, see the market at a macro level, because that's what you basically have to do trading something like the SPY. So you've got the addition of liquidity, the incredible opportunity that options gives you on the leverage side, and the ability to have to, see the market at a larger scale. I think, in the end, I think you actually end up having, it's a win-win, really. I think it's a win-win because...
And guess what, Sal? Because of you, guess what? This is the first time I've gone short, but I did it through put options. So my very first trade actually shorting a stock, I've always been 100% bias long. So through buying puts, I was actually able to short the stock. So I don't know. I'm very grateful towards you, and just your concern for each and every one of us. I appreciate it. Last but not least, I just want to say, from what I found with the SPY so far, just like the VIX, you can't hold it long term. We're in a yo-yo market right now. So because each day the stock trades, both the VIX and the SPY, but more so the SPY, it trades with wide range candles. You'll notice, because the market is so uncertain these days, each day you've got the ability to make money if you can time near the top or near the bottom, and that's the only way you can make money, either holding doing intraday trading or holding it for a day, maybe 2 days tops, you're not going to make money trying to hold this thing long term. That may work, but in the market that we're in, we're range trading right now. So where you're most effective is actually trading within the day. And if you can master, VWAP or whatever, exponential moving averages that you use, then that's the way to do it. I'm sorry the call ended up being long, but once again, Sal, thank you. Big up to you. I wouldn't have found this loophole in FINRA 3210. I owe you everything because I thought I was done day trading until you asked me about volatility and ETFs. God bless you, man.
Thank you, Bats. I appreciate you, bro.
All right, take care. Bye.
Yes, indeed. Let me give a kid's cheer to Bad Scientist. Woo! For a second, I thought we lost him. For a second, I thought we were going to lose him for good. But something told me to reach out to him and said, Bats, I mean, you mean a lot to my show. You got to get on the phone and you got to figure out something, man. There's something they got to let you do. You can't tell me that working for a place like JP Morgan Chase, they don't let you do anything. 703, what's up?
What's up, how are you?
Going on. What's going on with you?
I'm good. I sent a link to the chat room, and it'll be great if everybody can sign it. It's a petition. It's called We Are the People that's trying to stop the pattern day trade rule.
Okay. All right. That's what's up, man. I mean, all those people in the White House, they know about it. So the fact that nothing's been done about it since they took office means to me that they find some kind of benefit in it, because if their boys really, felt like they could make some money with it gone, they would have already done something about it. So I got to figure out what exactly do the Republicans see that's beneficial in having the PDT rule, still, out there, because if they honestly really felt like, hey, this is a hindrance, they would have gotten rid of it. So something is up, and I'm not sure of it yet. I haven't looked into it, but that's a good. You never know if you guys get the numbers, maybe that gets done.
Just 3 things. One, you need at least 100,000. That's what's required to sign the thing. So it'd be great if you can sell. Everybody can start doing it. 2. I love Robinhood options because I get to save a lot of money on fees now because of no more 75 cents per contract, plus the $4.95 is gone. And for 3, I don't know if you had a problem, but I had a problem. TD Ameritrade gave me level 1, level 2 options, but they would not give me level 3 because I don't have enough money, because they would not allow me to sell naked puts.
Okay.
Because it's too much as a risk for them unless I have a certain amount of money, and they won't tell me how much.
Okay.
That's can you do naked puts on your interactive brokerage?
Yes, but I wouldn't compare interactive brokers on what's that with TD. I mean, it's a different client base, so.
But that's the same thing almost for E-Trade too.
Right, and plus they're probably looking at your previous trading history and whatnot, and they're adding all that into the formula. That's why I always suggest guys at the beginning, when you first start the account, that's when you just say, "Hey, I'm a millionaire trader, and I know how to do all this."
I told them everything, but they say we don't see that money in your account, so you will not do naked puts. You can do covered calls, covered puts, but we're not giving you naked puts until you got the money to back it up.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's like what it is sometimes with it all depends. See, at the end of the day, we're dealing with humans on the other side, so obviously that whoever that person is, that wasn't your day. But I mean, look, they gave you what, level 3? So I mean, there's
no level 2.
So level 2. Level 2. Oh, okay. Well,
I just can't sell puts.
Okay.
I can buy puts, but I can't sell them.
Okay, yeah, it just
I
kind
wanted
of
that goddamn income.
right. That's fine. I mean, there are going to be some strategies you can still utilize, but obviously that person was just an asshole. But I see some guys in the chat room who have level 3. They're, it all depends, but I know you're going to be able to make it work.
Yeah, because they say I can make income if I do it like good spreads and if I do it long distance spreads.
Right.
So, okay.
Appreciate you, bro.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, man. All right. Yeah, you can still make it work, man. I mean, not a lot of, it's nothing to really stress out on about being able just to do naked calls. I mean, that's a strategy that it requires a lot of capital in itself. So, it's not one that you're going to really even be using like that. So, appreciate you, Kelly Rob. Yeah, 300 episodes, man. That's huge. That's huge. Had some haters take down some old episodes and all that, but I still, kept going, man. And, things are hot. And things are only just getting better, man. Shout out to Black Box. They approached me and gave me a deal I couldn't refuse. Numbers are killing it on Black Box, man. The numbers are stupid that are coming in. And we were hot for a couple of weeks, and then, these last couple of the small caps have been, we've had a few things here and there, but for the most part, it's been kind of slow these last week or so, admittedly. But we're still looking for that home run. We're still looking for that home run on the small caps this week. Thank you, Dr. Butterfly. Yeah. Shout out to Robinhood now, because now Robinhood, they're on the desktops now. So they're on the desktops. I saw a guy put out a YouTube video on that. It looks clean, man. It looks clean. It's been a long time since I've logged into my Robinhood. So I got to see how that looks on the desktop. But guys are saying that, they like it. They like it. Yes, indeed. Ghetto Stock Trader, you said you got a cash account. Yeah, unfortunately, cash accounts, can you do options on cash accounts? I don't know. I've never had a cash account. I mean, I just felt like there's so much opportunity with the margin, China leader speech, very bullish. Okay. Appreciate all of y'all, man. Appreciate all of you guys for that. Yeah, 300 episodes, man. 300 episodes. Man, it's just really been crazy, from where we started off at with like 6 people, then it went to 10 people, then 15, and, so it's just really been growing. And at the time, I think I only had like 4,000 subscribers, and many people can't catch the show live. And what a lot of people do is they end up watching it, later on, the next day or during the day and during the trading day and whatnot. So all you people watching the replay right now, I appreciate all of you guys, man. Shout out to all of you. Truck drivers, soldiers, construction workers, all of you guys, man. Yes, indeed. And I'm definitely wishing for another 300 more. 612, what's up?
Oh, shit. Hey, what's up, Sal?
Hey, who am I speaking with?
This Christopher, man. This Christopher Jewell, man.
Oh, Christopher, what's up, man? Are you calling from the DR?
Yes, sir. Can't pasa.
Yes, yes. Shout out to Christopher Jewell. This guy is in the DR, basically left America, right, Chris? I mean, you basically decided, fuck America, I'm moving to the DR, and you've been enjoying life over there.
I'm making your plan. That's the same thing you do. I'm a nomad like you. I'm like transient like you, man.
Yeah. That's what's up. That's what's up. So, you being out there, Chris, like, how's it been? Real quick, I don't want to get off subject, but how's it been living out there? Giving up. I think you were from Georgia, right?
Yeah, born in Georgia and 20 years in Minnesota. I'm 47 years old. But it's good things and bad things. You can give up all your plastic food for natural food, and all your BS air for some good clean air. But then you have to sacrifice all your 24-hour lights and hot water unless you like just buy yourself a house that's got a hot water heater. It's a third world country.
Yeah.
And it's no middle class.
Right.
And I know you said you don't like to even be in the neighborhood where you like, in the place where you like where it's askew like that.
Well, it can be kind of scary because, I mean, depending, because you are looked at as the privileged few, right? But, I mean, how does it feel, though? I mean, because you went from just being an average American to now you're part of the 1%. I mean, like how's life, like how's life out there like that?
Yeah. Well, no matter where you go, no matter where you go, there you are. You're gonna be the same person no matter where you go. You're gonna be a stingy mofo. If you go somewhere, you're gonna be like helping the people. You're gonna be who you are where you are. And if you from the hood, you already gonna have a leg up on everybody else. But yes, an American is a walking dollar here. Yeah. But if you're from the hood and you know how to read signals and so you wouldn't be brand new.
Right. Yeah. I understand how to deal with the people and that crowd. I got what you're saying. Okay, cool, man. So I know you had told me that you wanted to talk to the people about like something you're trading.
Well, no, I was man. You got so many great people on here, and I then came out here and I studied up on. Anyway, I understand the Ichimoku cloud and the Kumo breakouts and things like this, and I finally understand RSI. I knew nothing about technical analysis. I guess what I wanted to ask is my $95 put on Caterpillar going to be in the money on the 13th, and is my forward put on the 11th? I got tired of you talking over my head, man. So I brought out the options.
Yeah, here's
in
the
my
thing.
direction.
Here's the thing. Caterpillar was pretty wide today. I mean, you went from 142 to 146. You closed at 143 for a minuscule gain today on Caterpillar. You got the put. I honestly think you're sitting pretty right now. I don't like the fact that you didn't give yourself, that much time, but, at the end of the day, it's a weekly. I get it, that's where the big money is. But yes, what's your strike price?
I got $95. I want all the tariffs. I want everything to kick in. I want the tariffs to kick in. I want the So
I thought it was $95. Like that's what the cost of the option was. No, I mean a $95.
I want a gamma scalp I want a gamma scalp. My Vega is ugly. Thank you to Connor saying you got to understand the Greeks, bashing his strategy. Man, if I ever get to a computer, I'm trading on my phone, Primo.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying, but a $95. I mean, I know. That's so way out the money for something like that.
I know.
I know you're looking for the home run. I get it. You're looking for the home run. But if you want,
the grease is beautiful.
Yeah, if you want those kind of plays, look at something, that is a lot more shadier, man. So look at like a drop box. Look at maybe, what happened in Roku today was just really. I had
an Amazon call for 2,000 last week, but much appreciated for. Sorry to cut you off, but I appreciate you for answering that question to my mom about the dividend, how to get a monthly income. That email. Yeah. I hadn't really been able to pull in no big money, but I got all y'all strategies. Stock guys, Gap and Go. I got all y'all strategies. I got Cali Ross currency play, even like that Jamaican dude and his fucking. And I got Mr. Lloyd say he got the flipping off. Everything got to breathe. And when he came on and said he did the Rob, because I'm doing the Robinhood options, and all I want to ask you is, and I'll be done, because thanks to all y'all. The Robinhood got that red to green screen and that weird line, right?
Okay.
Is that shit? I want if anybody knows. I mean, does it look? It kind of look like it does that like the Ichimoku cloud does. And I wonder what that line is. That line that Kiko spine, that one line on Robinhood, they got something going on. I think that's like some weird. I'm trying to interpret how it goes, but why it goes in red to green and this.
Well, it's just a visual representation of whether or not you're either making money or losing money for that day. That's really all it is. That's So if I remember correctly, on Robinhood, when you buy a stock, when the stock stays green, then you obviously are making. When the screen stays green, you're making money. If it goes red, that means you're losing money. So it's just that's all it is. That's all it is.
I'm just learning technical analysis. Like I said, y'all guys talking over my head. I had enough day. Dr. Butterfly with her new picks and all and then man, all y'all with all that so in the NAK with Mr. Anthony, I got you, man. I got you. I just want to get to the computer, and if bats can't try and hog you, man. You know I got you down here at the beach. You see, I show you a picture of the beach. Yeah. I got your spot shaped under the palm tree. So before consider going out there what he's talking about, but you know I got you down here on the East La Bonita, amigo.
Yes, and by the way, keep your hands off that half-naked cook that you sent me a picture of. So.
Yo, you didn't see what I sent you today. I sent you the gamma scalping today and the and I think I sent you the Vega. I think I sent you the Vega. I think I sent you two knives today on Twitter just before your show.
All right, I appreciate it. I'll definitely get check it out as soon as I get a chance to.
Okay, primo, hasta luego, gracias, man. Yes, and you didn't block me. I was down the wrong number. Ciao, bello.
All right, there it is. Appreciate you, Chris. Thank you so much for the call. Appreciate you. Yeah, man. This brother took a risk, man. He just said, hey, you know what? America doesn't have anything to offer me. I'm going to take, my talents to the DR, man. And that's what he did. He went to the DR. He's living an incredible, amazing life. He sends me updates, and he's happy, man. Listen to the sound of his voice. He literally went from average American dude, right, to now he's in the top 1% of that country, right? He's making income, I think, online as well as with trading. It's a third world country, so he doesn't have to kill it, right? I mean, he can make a decent couple thousand a month and live, better than almost 90% of the people on the island, just by the fact that he's earning U.S. dollars. So shout out to Chris, man. Shout out to him. Yes, indeed. All right. Appreciate you. All right. I saw somebody in the chat room bring up Tesla and what's going on there. I think Jim Cramer and Douglas Cass. Jim Cramer and Douglas Cass, they both own TheStreet.com. They've been starting to attack Tesla pretty heavy in articles. And also on the show, too, I've been hearing Jim start to go kind of negative on Tesla. So that tells me that they're in short. Douglas Cass, his business partner, who also wrote a pretty decent book on stocks and investing, wrote another article talking about how he's short personally. So it looks like there's going to be some tag teaming going on there on Tesla. So look for that to go lower. And yes, Tesla is at a make it break it level, because I did read also that their bonds are really they're really losing a lot of steam, and guys aren't touching that. 857, you're on the air. What's up?
How's it going? I don't know if I'm catching you live. I thought I was catching you live. I thought you was talking about Tesla. But,
yeah, I'm live. I'm live. What's up?
Oh, okay. So yeah, I got today. I got kind of crushed on Tesla today. I had some long call options. I usually day trade them.
Okay.
And I was doing good all the way up until Tesla reached this high. And then I just thought it went for the dip. And then once I checked the news, I didn't realize they had a recall in China. So once I sold, I sold at a big loss.
Yeah.
So, I was just calling. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, that was really disappointing, right? I mean, because it looked like you were going to start the day positive on Tesla. And I'm looking at the 5-minute. You were holding a really nice trend here from the open. And unfortunately, the trend broke and it never recovered, man. That was a horrible, horrible incident right there on Tesla.
Yeah. So how do you feel? Because I tried to short it, not today, but previously, and they didn't have no shares of short on TD Ameritrade. So you think that this is going to be a good to do put options on for tomorrow?
Yes, I think that Tesla is going lower, and I think now the financial concerns, also the concerns about them not being able to meet supply for that Model 3, it's that was already known. Now the company is starting to acknowledge it, and this is coming on some basic articles that I've been reading today, and I'm seeing here on the hourly chart you've gone negative since last week. MACD cross, RSI cross. Yeah, this is not looking very good for Tesla. And I think, start with an entry level put position, and if it continues to confirm, you can go ahead and add to that. But I think, this is a safe put at these levels.
Okay, quick question, because I did switch my account from a margin account to a level 2 cash account, and I don't even trade stocks anymore. I just basically do options now because I have way more leverage.
Mm-hmm.
And what I was gonna say is, man, I kind of forgot what I was about to say. Yeah, I just forgot that quick. It just slipped my mind. If it comes back to me, I have to call you back.
All right, call me back. What you wanted to ask me or ask in the chat room, whatever it is, bro. Hit me up.
All right, okay, cool.
Yes, indeed, man. This brother's mind just froze on the phone. I mean, damn. I could tell he wanted to say something, but he just couldn't remember what he wanted to say. All right. Give me a call back or ask in the chat room. I know somebody in here got the answer. All right. Somebody in here got the answer. Yeah, that's what's going on, Andrew? Yeah, that's unfortunate for Tesla. Stockerfella says he remember when he had 12 people in the room. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that as well, man. I'm looking at guys like Tariq Nasheed and stuff like that who've been podcasting for 6 years. Now they got like 1,800, 2,000 people when they go live. I'm hoping to be at that level at that time. 857. What's up?
Oh, my fault. What I wanted to say is I usually trade like options for the day.
Okay.
And so like how do you feel about that? Because I feel like I be losing money when I make money because I'll make a couple $100 on an option, and I'll just basically like scalp it, and then I look later on at the day and the contract could have doubled and like today, I had it where I made a couple $100 because I got into the contract kind of later in the morning, and then I ended up losing. So, how do you deal with the mental like management of? Because I can get into the trades, but it's just managing my exit. Like, how do you cope with that?
Well, I mean, if you're day trading options, just like any other day trader, you've got to understand your candlesticks, understand using your indicators, right? Showing and also being able to use your support and resistance lines, trend lines, right? I just pulled up Tesla, for example, and I could, had shown you just using that 5-minute chart as the trend continued higher, you could have easily had, discovered, oh shit, this trend is broken. It's for me to get out of here.
Yeah, exactly. I just mentally broke down because I had good gains, like the previous week, like I had excellent gains, and so like just going off of that, I was like kind of hypnotized off of last week, and it wasn't good.
Yeah, I mean, but losing is part of the game. I mean, you're not going to be killing it every single week. I mean, there's going to be weeks where where you might have a losing streak, but you got to keep going, especially if you have a formula that's working that has shown that you can generate profit from it. So just because it doesn't work one time or two times or even 3 times in a row doesn't mean it's ineffective. You just have to kind of keep going.
Okay.
So trading small but trading often. But keep doing what you're doing, bro. Obviously, you've got something down and keep figuring it out.
Okay, one last question. So, like, when you say, like, when you go into options, do you think it's a good strategy even when you like the company to buy a put and a call, and whichever one takes off the most, just end up selling the other one and just deal with the spread? Does that make any sense?
That only makes sense if you're going, that's going to be like a multiple week, multiple months type strategy. I mean, that's not going to be something intraday, dude. That's going to get expensive. I mean, you're waiting 10 minutes or 20 minutes to decide which one is winning. And by the way, it doesn't mean that the one that's winning won't turn against you, right? I mean, so
true.
That sounds like a waste of money on an intraday side. A spread will works best on a weekly or like you're holding it for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, something like that. But not on an intraday basis.
Okay. And one last question: I had Elfin, and I bought a contract on that, and it ended up. It was in the money. I was profitable by only like $200, and
What's
so
the
today
ticker?
I look at my LFIN, Elfin. It ended up getting a T12 home.
Okay.
So what happened was, like, I don't know if anybody's experienced this, but I looked at my account and it said I was up like 16,000%. So my contract saying I'm up like 100,000. So I don't know, but I called the broker. They said it was a misquote. So if anybody is experiencing this too, I would just like to hear what they could say. Just, send a message in the chat or call up. And if you can even look into that too, Sal, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. CNBC, they tried to be a hater on the stock last week, and all they did was bring more attention to the stock. I mean, CNBC is kind of one of those reverse psychology things where they try to shit on Bitcoin. They ended up helping the rally. They tried to shit on Bitcoin stocks. They end up helping those stocks generate even more volume. So, whenever you see Bitcoin CNBC try to harp on something in a negative way, that actual thing will actually start going up, whatever that is they're trying to shit on. So you see what happened at Elfin. They spent Friday talking about the stock quite a bit on Fast Money, I think it was called, Thursday and Friday. And then sure enough, here we're seeing Elfin do incredible numbers today. So I'll keep watching it. I don't know what the story is behind there, but we'll see. Hopefully, he ended up in some good profit with that.
I hope so too, because like I said, I bought the contract like at $2, and it's saying like it's right now at $9.99, and it's like I'm up like 16,000%. But the broker said it was a misquote, so we'll see. Thanks a lot, Sal.
Appreciate you, bro.
Okay,
thanks
cool.
for the call, man.
All right, thanks a lot. Okay.
Yes, indeed. Shout out for the call. And like Elfin's been on a rip, man. It's been on a rip. And like I said, CNBC tried to shit on the stock or whatever. They've been helping it. They tried to embarrass the CEO and publicly and all that stuff. And it's been doing the other thing. All right. Yes, indeed. What's going on, Trader Marv? HMNY. Yeah, I tweeted about HMNY getting ready for this breakout here, Moy. Because I'm watching HMNY. As you can see here, that RSI is turning up. All right, we're getting that positive momentum coming back in. Slowly, but it's coming. We've seen what HMNY could be. And, are you going to get those $12, $20 moves like it used to do? You never know, man. I'm not going to sleep on it and say it won't ever do it. All right? Because someone who's been great typically can be great again. Yeah, something like it, Dr. Butterfly. It's a weak cup, but it's coming. It's weak right now, but it's coming. So we'll just have to continue to watch it over the next couple of days. Shout out to Bad Scientist putting it up there, his tickers. ADT, the home security company. It's a stock I'm not too familiar with, but yeah, that's a nice looking chart there on ADT. That's a nice looking chart. It's a small cap stock too. Forgot about ADT. Yes, it is a small cap stock. Looks like a couple of days ago you're looking at $7. And again, very much like what we just showed, that HMNY chart where, that RSI turns up, that MACD turns up. And as you can see here, it's crossing over that 50 RSI. This is my favorite line right here when I go long, especially when I'm looking at even on a 5-minute chart. You start to really get into that high velocity buying when you cross that 50 RSI level. But ADT looking real nice here. That's looking real nice. All right. Most of the weed stocks are good dip buys. Yeah, it's a great opportunity for you to get in position if you believe Jeff Sessions on the way out. Buying weed right now is where you want to be. I mean, it's particularly an entry position, right? This is an entry position. These can this is a guy who's willing to go to work, as I said earlier in the show, with his boss shitting on him. I mean, this is a weird ass dude. A normal person, if you know your boss doesn't like you, unless you just in a situation where you just need that check, you like, fuck it, man, I don't want to work with you either. And you just, either find another job or you leave. Jeff Sessions is acting like he's death. MCOA is one of my favorite. I love MCOA, dirt cheap. Loves to move. Again, this is another one I'm watching as that moves back into positive territory. But there's hemp, there's MGNA. There's so many of these plays that can really, really get up there once, positive sentiment comes back into the space. 772 Treasure Hunter, what's up, man?
What's happening, Mr. Sal? What's happening with you, man?
What's going on with you, bro? It's been a minute.
I know, right? Congratulations, man. Episode 300. I might not call every day, but I do sit back and, tune in the episode.
Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. Congratulations. So, let me see. I was over here, I sold out of tops, but let me see. I was looking into it, like maybe jump back in kind of thing. I mean, nice little profit on them. So I'm at the auto parts store, standing in line. I'm in my homeboy talking about stocks. This one customer says he do stocks too. And I said, all right. So I looked at, looked at tops. So I told him to jump in, and he jumped in and made a nice little profit this morning on them.
Okay, and, looking at tops, I mean, it was a good day today. I mean, you hit the high 180s before settling down to 180 to be exact for 5% gain. Not my favorite stock, but definitely a stock that, again, when it has a good day, can have a really great day. And see, it did some things today. Not bad.
And who was it? I sold some shares of the NVCN.
Okay.
He made a nice little run for a couple of days. What was it?
Yeah. NVCN is one that we had Ken call about today as well. Yeah, this was a sucker that was a low RSI kind of play. You had to really be committed to it turning around, and sure enough, it found some buyers. I mean, it's able to maintain some, heavy volume buying. I just don't like that the float is just huge as hell. But I mean, at the end of the day, by
everybody called in about it.
Right,
so I was like, I don't like it. It's garbage, and the mission took off for a minute.
Right.
I was like,
green is green, man. Green is green.
True that.
Yeah.
Let me see. I was thinking about some OTC plays also. But they've been running pretty good, but before I mention, I want to see what they're gonna do tomorrow. But what do you think of? I'm not into this one, but NVUS. I just looking through my little tickers, I'm seeing he's all right today.
Yeah, NVUS. This is a NASDAQ play, ain't it? I think it's the NASDAQ. Again, when it comes to the pharmaceuticals or biotechs, I don't know the underlying story. Novus Therapeutics looks like something fundamental is going on here. That's a really nice day today. I don't see the news to justify the move, so maybe they got something else going on there. You're going to have to update us on this, but obviously this is a stock that had quite a nice floor there in the 480s, and it held it really well. Those are some interesting candlesticks going on through that day, but the buyer showed up today, closed up at 547. So if I'm going in it for the first time, this is probably not the candlestick you want to buy tomorrow at the AM on, but again, if you got to look into the story and to see what else is going on underneath the surface here.
Yeah, we've done doing it for a little minute. I just find the tickers and you digest it and see what goes on behind the scenes kind of thing.
Right.
But but I just seen that one today. I don't know nothing about it until my man Sal just broke it down to me. But we'll see what they do. And congratulations again, man. 300 episode, big dog holding it down.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much for the call, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Treasure Hunter. That's a guy that's been here from the beginning, man. This is a guy that was here. I'm talking episode like 6, 7, 8. You know what I mean? So he's been around for a long, long time, man. I appreciate Treasure Hunter very much. Obviously, he slowed down a little bit because I'm guessing he's gotten busy. The man sounds like he's 17, but I think he said he was like 30, 38 or something like that. But he sounds like he's 17 years old, man. Brother sounds young, man. So shout out to Treasure Hunter. Somebody was talking about shorting or buying puts into Facebook. Yeah, I think there's still some pain, and I see Facebook is down after hours. There's still some pain to come for Facebook. Tomorrow, we're going to have Mark Zuckerberg in front of a congressional, panel. I guess that's the word for it. So I'm guessing CNBC may bring that live. Who knows what he's going to say? Obviously, both sides of the aisle have something against Facebook. They're a company that hasn't shown any favoritism. Obviously, I think they're more leaned left than they do right. I do remember him being cozy with the Obamas. So I'm expecting all the heat to really come from the Republican side. But we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens on Facebook. But, it's not going to change that the fact that the long term still overwhelmingly is in their favor. Overwhelmingly is in their favor. The fact of the matter is social media works. Young people, millennials, that's just the future, man. Generation X, that's the future. People love posting pictures of themselves or talking about their lives, getting likes, getting comments, and they buy stuff also through Facebook. Guys will see an ad, they'll look at it, it'll appeal to them, and they buy. That's where the marketing dollars are going. So say what you want about this scandal, say what you want about the website. The fact of the matter is, the business is the future. It works. People like being watched. People like watching other people. And, it is what it is. Facebook be the first $1 trillion company. I thought it was going to be Apple. But it might end up being Amazon, man. I think Amazon will end up passing Apple. 301, you're on the air. What's up?
Hey, family, how are you?
Hey, Dr. Butterfly, what's up?
One, I want to know about first, let me just comment on the Facebook thing. I think it's deeper than that. I also feel like, we are so connected to Facebook. Everything asks us, do we want to connect our information to Facebook? And because it's easier, I have so many things that are linked to Facebook that I don't know passwords for. Like, I wouldn't know how to connect with all of these things if it wasn't for Facebook. And I think I'm not the only person like that.
Yeah.
So Netflix is having earnings next week. Which way do you think it's going to go before earnings? Is it going to be a sell-off before earnings? Or you think it's going to go up after earnings? What are your thoughts?
Netflix, yeah, I think Netflix, when Netflix comes out, I think they kill the number, but I think it ends up selling off on that news. I mean, Netflix is up pretty big as it is right now. I think you continue to go high into earnings, but that will be a day it sells off. I don't think that Netflix continues to go higher after that. I think it's an opportunity for guys who've been in the stock to sell off at those highs, whatever those highs will be at that time. But yes, I think you go higher into that day. Yes. In fact, if you look at the recent earnings play, just basically what it did. I mean, you ran up higher, then eventually, what was that, 2 or 3 days later, you ended up selling off. I think you have a similar situation in Netflix where you get the number. The number is great, right? Because what they're doing internationally is ridiculous. I mean, they have basically virtually no competition outside the United States of America. So you get the incredible number showing awesome global growth. But, for those guys who've been in Netflix for quite a while, you go ahead and you sell either that day or a couple days later. And, you reassess what Netflix looks like at that time.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Congratulations on your 300 show. I'm so glad I stumbled upon you. Thanks to your Black Box video. That's how I found you, so thank you, and I appreciate you guys. And you all are my only stock friends, so I really love you guys.
Thank you, Dr. Butterfly. Appreciate you.
All right, bye.
Yes, indeed. Shout out to Dr. Butterfly. And what's going on, Stock God? See Stock God in the chat room. All right. Yeah, shout out to the people over at Blockbox, good folks. Shout out to the people who've taken advantage of that. It's a great opportunity for you to take advantage of. It's really underpriced compared to what they offer. All right, somebody, well, why don't I have my own trading community? The black box is where I'm at. We got our own Discord. They got their own chat rooms, all that. So we're all trading in there during the day. But yeah, Netflix, man, Netflix is going to kill that number. They already killed it last time, but that international growth that they're having, particularly what they're doing in India right now, they're actually bringing in some of these local, and you got to understand they're using the dollar, so they're bringing in local talent, local media onto their Indian version of their platforms, and they're able to do this all over the world. So they have virtually no competition. What Netflix is going to be, a year from now, 2 years from now is awesome. I think in the short term, you bring it back a little bit. 559, what's up?
What's up, man? How you doing? It's Rich Million here, man.
Hey, what's going on with you?
Just don't hang up on me, man.
What you got for us?
Do you do? I got a stock that's 2 cents. Do you do that one at all?
Yeah, let's talk about it. What is it?
BRKK. Take a look at the chart, man.
BRKK. All right, construction supplies and fixtures. All right, looks like you had a wonderful day today. I'll give you that. Tell us a little bit about it and why we should be interested at these levels.
If you could go to their website, or I'll tell you, they have a video on YouTube. Basically, they want a patent against a company in a court where they beat them. A plaintiff is someone who's offensive, and the defendant is a defense. So they were the plaintiff, and I've seen a screenshot of it on Twitter where the plaintiff, they played the offense, but the defendants didn't respond. The courts ended up siding with the BRKK, and basically what it is, their patent is that there's a camera inside a helmet which lets you live feed videos, basically, and that's their patent. And they already have a video of it being used in the NHL. A year ago, the company was trading at like 40 cents or something. And once the lawsuit started, it's been close to a year now, the price tanked. And now, man, body bing, body boom, it went up huge. I know you're looking at the daily chart. If you look at the minute or even the 5 minute, it shows pretty good uptrend. It shows really good. It shows really good strength, as in the price doesn't crash. And the VWAP, I think, was around 2 cents by the end of the day.
Yeah, liquidity was good today. I'm seeing the volume. I don't have the volume bars up, but the liquidity looks like it was really good today. All right. Again, this is kind of one that kind of comes out of nowhere, right? I mean, it didn't look like something that was regularly traded. All of a sudden today, you brought in a lot of volume.
No, I didn't bring in volume, bro. Trust me, I didn't bring in volume. But it just takes time for word to spread, man.
Yeah.
And by the way, just to let you know, I know you don't like AMMX, but today it broke a penny. Someone bought it last minute. But yeah. Anyways, that one, to keep an eye on. If anyone does buy, don't go all in. Make sure you bid. You know what I mean? That's never go all in my opinion. Always bid for shares. And makes the stock stronger and take out the flippers out of the game. But you got to look at the volume. All right, man. Take care, man.
Yes,
Thanks for
indeed.
not hanging up, yeah?
No, you're good, bro. You're good. Shout out to Rich Million. Yeah, he loves those OTCs. My thing about it is like the stocks he chooses are sketchy as fuck. But hey, like I'm very familiar with AMMX. I tried to do business with them a long time ago. The only thing I don't like is just I'm jaded about it. That's all. It's probably, they got some good things going on. It's a legit company, legit operations. AMMX, I just hate the way they do business. It doesn't seem they can do so much better, than what they're doing right now. Nice play on the chart, though. Obviously, again, you had some volume come in today. But I'm not a fan of that the BRKK thing he talked about. I think you'll be a bag holder really quickly in something like this. I'm not touching that at that level. I mean, if you would have talked to me about it I don't have a Friday show, but on Friday that would have been a nice little call for us to look at for today. But as you can see here, I mean, somebody front loaded huge on Friday, and they got what they needed today. And you can see that clearly on the 5-minute chart. When you look at the 5-minute chart and you see this is today's action, and then this is Friday. So sometime Friday, they loaded, I mean, they front loaded huge. And they went ahead and got that move. But it could continue. Hey, Rich Million, you're back on. What's up?
Yeah, this one I wanted to mention. I forgot about OBMP. It's a pharmaceutical stock.
All right, and give us the story on that one. At least this one's got some decent structure.
Honestly, I didn't look too much into it. I think there's something about phase 2 trial. I bought it about a week and a half ago. I've been holding. Mm-hmm. It's gone up, it's gone down, it's gone up, it's gone down. But lately, it's the float's getting locked up to where the 2 cents, it's going to be hard to get a lot of shares, and it's moving into 3 territory. But I think the third, they did 2 press releases. The stock didn't go boom. But now the shares are being bought, and I think they're working on the 3rd press release to where I think this time it's going to go boom big time.
Okay.
So keep an eye out, to bid on. It's a company out of California, and actually, I'm being completely honest. I don't know too much about this company, but it is a pharmaceutical company, something to do with phase 2 vaccines for prostate cancer or some crap like that. I don't really believe in vaccines, but it's a good money play, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is probably the best chart you've brought up, bro. This is the kind of stock we're looking for, bro. I like this. I appreciate you, man.
All right, man. Take care.
Yes, indeed. Yeah, this is the chart that it's legit, Rich Million. This is a legit chart right here. That shows me that, hey, I'm not the first one buying the stock, for the first time it's been listed, This chart really reminds. This is a penny picker's chart right here. This is you like OTC plays, you like that kind of risk. This is the kind of chart you look for. You know what I mean? If this is your market, all right. Kind of reminds me a lot of RNVA, by the way. All right, the way it's set up like that kind of reminds me a lot of RNVA. Very similar chart. Very similar chart. RNVA. Shout out to RNVA. That thing's up almost 200 points from those lows. 200%, excuse me, 200%. OBMP, the next pred. Oh, look at you guys. 980. What's up?
What's up, man? Mr. Gladys.
Hey, Gladys. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I know it's been a while. I just had to call in for the 300 show.
Yes, indeed, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, man. I'll be watching, man. I just be working so much. I'm trying to stack my money up so I can really just go all in.
That's what it's about. I mean, look, in order to be a trader, you got to be a saver, and that's the thing. A lot of guys don't understand is, oh man, I want to trade, but I don't have the money. Well, I mean, sometimes, dude, $100 here, $100 there. After a couple of weeks, a couple of months, that's gonna get you in the game. Sometimes you got to sit, on the sidelines until you get that bread up. But you're doing the right thing.
So I've been paper trading a little bit. I'm still holding the bag on that. I'll tell you what it is, real quick. The price is $225. I got in it like a couple of months ago.
What's the ticker?
And RMGN.
RMGN.
I know we talked about this before. You told me just let it roll and just start over, but it started to go back up, and then all of a sudden it consolidated and it went down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, if you feel like there's still, my thing is I'm not big on the holding and hoping, bro. I'm going to take my L and keep it moving, man, because I just end up frustrating myself when I'm sitting waiting for it to come back up. You know what I mean? And I feel like I end up missing on other opportunities that are have a higher probability to get me back into some green instead of waiting for something to come back. But I mean, if you feel like there's potential for it to return, for you to at least break even or lower your losses, then I understand. But again, you like I told you, I just feel like breaking breaking away from something that didn't work out is just, makes sense.
And I did a really, really small trade on Robinhood with this. I used like $50 just to get the strategy down. I traded today. What was that? I actually won. I got in at CYTR.
Okay. CYTR. Oh boy, that's a big. Quite a bit of range on CYTR today. How did you play that?
I was watching it open. The buy box stocks alert came on there, and I just wanted to play something under $5 a share.
Okay.
And got in on a green candle, a decent green candle. That second big one.
Mm-hmm.
And I rode it all the way up to like the fourth green candle, and then got out. So I got in at $1.87, and got out right at $2.
Oh wow!
So I mean, if I had some size in that, man, I'd have been sitting good.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I mean, a lot of guys know how to play those. I haven't, figured it out for myself, but a lot of guys play those very well. And I'm looking at 5-minute candlesticks, so you had quite a bit of time to, make some money in CYTR, at least in the morning. And guys who were able to do that, they came out with almost $1 of gains at that high. So, congrats on that.
All right, man. Well, that's pretty much it, man. Continue the hard work, man. We're all watching. I'm telling as many people as possible, and it's just phenomenal what you've done throughout the years, man. I mean, you're setting a really good example for our people, man.
Appreciate you, Andrew, man. Thank you. I really mean that, bro.
Yes, sir. We'll get up.
Yes, indeed, man. Shout out to Andrew, watching the show when he can, calling up, providing us with that game on what he's doing. I appreciate that, man, that Andrew said that, bro, because, man, that I for me personally, it started out with just trying to open up a new avenue with my promoting. But then I was like, man, I got tired of promoting. I was like, man, I want to really know how to do this. I don't want to just be trying to hustle some guys out of, a couple $1,000s. I really want to make some serious cash and not be beholden to these guys over the phone who would call me up and say, man, can you make me a video? And I'd say, man, I'll do it for $5. And then they come back and say, oh, well, can you do it for $2? I'm like, fuck, you know what I mean? I'm getting upset because I'm bringing in money. Why are you trying to lower my price? So now I'm having more fun tearing down a lot of these companies than I am promoting them. It's more money actually tearing them down than promoting them, honestly. When you really think about it. And it's been fun trying to learn how to trade and figuring out what the best strategies are. And, I got my own trading plan, but every couple weeks or months, there's an adjustment that's got to be made as I'm learning more and more. And I'm sure you guys are going through the same thing. And, I got tired of being ignored. I'd go into some of these chat rooms, some of these forums, you'd ask a question, they would ignore you, or they wouldn't even fucking answer what you were saying, and I felt like it was, I know 9 times out of 10 y'all hate it when I bring out the race card, but I just kind of felt like, okay, they ain't really trying to hear what a brother's saying, so you know what, I'm just going to do my own shit, and I'm going to have a call-in line, I'm going to have people be able to call in, and, it's going to be transparent on that aspect. If you want to be heard, you can be heard. And I'm going to let you say whatever it is you're going to say, even if it's, even if you don't support what the fuck I'm doing. I still let guys talk. So, and it's worked out for me, man. It's been nothing but blessings upon blessings upon blessings since I started the show, man. So, yeah. Appreciate you. What's going on, Star Guy? Appreciate you, bro. All right. Charles Barrett, 81% on what? AVXS? All right. AVXS, 81%. Oh, okay, all right. So this was the biotech play. Okay, I did see that one on the chart today, but It's so damn expensive. I didn't even see whether or not the options were liquid. Yeah, that's that $200. It's a $200 stock. Absolutely, Dr. Butterfly. Yeah, you got to build your own table, man. And I'm the type of dude, like, I'm not, I can't work for you, man, because you're going to end up paying me some flat rate, and the way I work, I'm going to need more than that. And I've done the career, the corporate thing. I've done all that. But my way has always been the better way. I've learned that life insurance, health insurance is actually cheaper when you go to the market yourself than buying through a group plan, through a company, man. I'm paying less on my own than I was when I was, doing the corporate thing, when I had the opportunity to do it. I'm paying less now. I get more taxes back, through my company that I trade through. As an entrepreneur, I'm saved so much more money. I'm going through. It's hard to explain because I'm not a big on the taxes thing. I let other people do that for me, but I'm just looking at the numbers, and it just works out a lot better for people who own their own business than people who work for others. But it's all a lifestyle choice. It's all a lifestyle choice. It's all lifestyle. I was lucky enough because I got started early. I was 24 years old when I started promoting, so I didn't have no family. I barely had any, I didn't have any responsibilities or anything like that. So it's a lot. I got lucky. But for those of you guys who are young enough, if I can implore you, try to figure out a business you can start, man, something you can build that you own, because, the upside is significantly higher. You take days off when you want to take days off. When my daughter needs something, I can just hop up and go, turn off the computer, and I can go. You can make business moves. It's just so much better. And you can always go back to work. I can always go back to work. I got education. You can always go back. These companies will always hire a minion with a heartbeat. 210, call me back. It rang like one time. Oh, all right, 919, Bats, that you? 919, what's up?
Hey, Sal, I had to call you about this because even stock got shorted this. I thought it was a little cheap for him, but ACAD.
Okay.
Did you hear about this? Did you hear about them? They had this drug on the market and it killed like 700 people in 2 years.
What the fuck?
Yeah. ACAD.
No, man, I didn't read about that. I start the day with my, my Market Watch, my Benzinga, but I didn't read that anywhere. Shit.
Yeah, this drug's been killing people left, right, and center. Even my wife is like, okay, so after 10 people died, shouldn't they have been worrying about the effects of this drug? Damn. I mean, maybe I misread it, but I swear I saw since 2016, maybe it was one of these big trials or something, but 700 people died who were taking this drug. Maybe I misread it because I don't know. Like,
no. Okay. It came on Benzinga at 1:00. That's why I didn't see anything. They wrote the article.
So this one is definitely. I'll get off the line right now, but this one could be a multiple day short.
Oh hell yeah! I mean, if they're
people
killing,
don't mess with
if
that.
they're killing that many people, hell yeah! But again, to answer your question, man, a lot of the people that make up our FDA, our Food and Drug Administration, they come from private enterprise, man. So, they have an incentive to help their buddies with huge stock options and positions in these companies to get approved. And that, even when their products and their foods aren't safe, man. So, you can never really trust what your government is saying because at the end of the day, these are people who have, conflicts of interest when you look into it, man. So, regardless of anything that says, oh, approved by the government, blah, blah, blah. These people don't care about you, man. These people care about profit and what's going in their pockets. So it's just sad to see. And I hope these these families, they sue the hell out of this company and get some money.
And you know what? I always had this company, I guess, what is it called? Acadia. I have them on my list. You know I love to trade the zero debt bio stocks. These guys have biotech stocks. These guys have zero debt with like, I can't really remember. They've got close to 200 or 300 million in cash with zero debt. Mm-hmm. And hopefully this isn't like their one and only drug, because if they have other drugs in their pipeline, and I'll have to look into it, this is a great buying opportunity. Although I think, looks like someone from the chat group confirmed, 700 deaths since 2016.
Damn.
How do you get to 700 people dying, bro, before pulling the drug? I mean, how crazy is that?
That means that, they were they either somebody was just fudging the way they died or what, because I mean, if your drug is connected to 700 people dying, man, and here's the thing, nobody's going to go to jail for this. Nobody is going to go to jail for this. I mean, we had Barack Obama's president. Nobody went to jail for ruining the economy. Nobody's going to go to jail for this. And it's sad, man. You know what I mean? It's but that's our country.
Yeah, I'm really sad about the deaths. But on an exciting note, if Stock God can trade a $17 stock and short it, I'm giddy with excitement. Yeah. So I'll leave it at that.
Appreciate you, Bats, man.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, man, that's horrible, man. That's horrible. 700 people dying? Thank you for bringing that to our attention. I wasn't familiar with that. Now you brought it up, I see the article. Looks like they came heavy during the afternoon on Benzinga. I do see here as well. All right, market is up right now. After hours, we'll see how that holds. Futures showing 1% gains on S&P, NASDAQ 1.3. Asia looks like it's doing pretty well right now. At the end of the day, man, we're fighting to stay above this 200 moving average. Goldman Sachs came out and said that the market is going lower, but buy the dips. That's hilarious. I read that article. That was hilarious. If you see that, Goldman Sachs came out and said, buy the dip. The market's going lower, but buy the dips. Okay. I'm just like, all right. That's just basically, just say you don't know where the hell the market's going to go. Just say that. Just say that. 210, you're on the air. What's up?
What's up, Sal? It's me, Gerardo.
Hey, Gerardo, what's going on, man?
What's going on, man? How you been?
Good.
Yeah, 300 show.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah. No, I always try to give you a call every time I find something that I think is something worth mentioning here. Mm-hmm. And I got this one ticker here for you, just to keep an eye on. From my perspective, man, this thing looks like, something that could really pop. And it's DFBG. And it's not sure what kind of company it is. It's a Differential Brands Group, Inc. But, lately my strategy is just trying to get into low volume tickers that have some bullish momentum.
Okay.
Just trying to get in early and stuff, and this one looks like it could possibly jump up to like $3, but just wanted to give you a call, say what's up, and show some love, and give you guys something that I'm watching. But, appreciate it. I'll take any comments off the line here.
Appreciate it, man. Thank you for the call, bro.
All right,
yes, sir, man. And that's a brother too that's been watching the show for quite a long time, man. And I appreciate him every time he he calls up, man. I really do. I appreciate you, Roberto. You know, you're a man of few words, and but you know, you listen and you contribute in the chat room, bro, and I appreciate you very much for that. DFBG, I mean, it's an interesting strategy what you're doing here, man. I mean, obviously you already know it's low volume, you know, so that means that, you know, and being that you looking for, you know, stocks that have bullish momentum, so you already know this is going to be something where you're going to have to hold for days, weeks, or even months at a time. And it sounds to me like you understand what you know, the risk are here, and you know, I don't see anything wrong with it. You're getting these higher lows developing, and as long as it continues to do that, then, you know, stay in. All right. Small company, very small company. Got an $18 million market cap, so that's a very, very small company. But yeah, I mean, you definitely understand the risk. Bass, you said I got to trade the SPY with you guys tomorrow. Well, I've been eating off the VIX like crazy, bro. I've been eating off the VIX like crazy. I didn't sell, but boy, I wanted to. I thought about selling my Rokus, the way Roku bounced off that, but I felt like it was an RSI bounce, so I'm not tripping off of it. And my puts are in, you know, I got till November, not till January on my Roku. I had November's, I got rid of those last week. But, you know, it's okay. It's all good, man. It's all good on Roku. Got some leaps on there, and I'm still thinking that's going to be an $18 play eventually. Yeah, UV. I'm playing TVIX. I'm playing TVIX a lot. I'm milking the shit out of that for 10 cents, man. That's the only stock that I've had the balls, you know, to put up, you know, 30, 35,000 at a time and milk it for 10, 20, 25 cents. You know, because of the liquidity is unmatched, man. The liquidity is unmatched. It's incredibly liquid. And I don't want to say I have a strategy yet. But if I can go into a ticker, right, and that's this cheap, you know, at the kind of size that I'm risk. It's a lot of risk for me. It's, you know, it's almost, almost good 40% of my account, putting it in there. You know, I've been trading now for, you know, almost 10 years, so I'm putting in quite a bit. But be able to milk it, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, 10 cents, boom, 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 here, 20 cents, 25. You know, making quick gains, and it's adding up. I'm gonna slow down on it because it's a little bit too good to be true, and that's when you start to get greedy. But the way it turned up, man, toward the end of the day, man, that was just beautiful. I was watching it the whole time, sitting in it and making good money. I love TVIX. Yeah, 950 TVIX. You know, not anything sub 980 on TVIX. Just buy and hold it. In this environment, just buy and hold it. And you're going to be in the money either that day or the next day or the day after. I mean, you're just going to, you know, it just makes sense to do it. All right. So I'm seeing here tomorrow, we'll wake up. TVIX might be down slightly, but it could come back. So, you know, things happen. Volatility is the new thing. RSX. Yeah, the Russian ETF. Damn, what's going on with Russia right now? I see here it took a huge L today, down 10%. Russia ETF. I don't know what's going on with their emerging markets. I don't know what's going on with that. Dr. Stangam, been playing for 2 months. Your only ticker? Yeah, it's incredibly. I mean, the volatility is unmatched, man. The volatility, liquidity. I mean, instant executions. All right. So spreads are nice and tight. You know, so when I want to get out or when I get in, you know, it's quick, bro. If I want my 10 cents, boom, I'm getting that full 10 cents. My order is clear, boom, I'm out. You know, I love it. I love every single moment of it. Interesting ticker on that you brought up, and I'm watching the Chinese yen, that 3x Chinese play. I'm watching. That was a nice little 3% move, and of course Yang is the bear side. China is said to respond to our tariffs. I don't know when that's going to come. If that's going to come today, because it's daytime over there now, or it's morning. Rather over there now in China. So we're going to see if they're going to respond today or tomorrow. We should be hearing from the Chinese government what they're going to do to our to respond to our additional $1 billion worth of tariffs that we added on last week. Going to see how they're going to respond to that. I'm looking forward to hearing what they're going to say to respond back to us on that. All right, I'm really looking forward to that. SOX as the semiconductors. Again, check out my website, Advanced Equity Research. Again, if you like the Qs, you got the 3x leveraged versions, the 2%, 3%. They also have options. So things can get pretty heavy on those as well. Don't have the same liquidity as the SPYs and the straight QQQs, but you can get some interesting moves out of those leverage plays as well too. All right. Yeah, K-Mac, it looks like, I don't know, some deal went down, that's an expensive stock, so I'm not going to take advantage of anything like that. But something else is going on there. Treasure Hunter, last call of the night. What's up, bro?
Hey, man, what's happening, Sal? I was going to say, I've been slowed down trading. We know that the market been pretty, crazy choppy,
Yeah.
Open up 1 minute, and then when it closes, in a red kind of, bullshit kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what I did, I just rented OTCs,
Yeah.
When it's crazy, the money run over there. But because I don't mention those plays on the air, because new beginners, they don't really know how to play them.
Right.
Yeah, they think it's going to be like, some big stocks,
Right.
But,
okay. If that's the case, I appreciate you for that then.
Yeah, but one OTC play I've been looking at, I mentioned them before. Other people in the chat room, we know it's a shit play, but since last week, Friday, I think he been doing kind of sort of decent. I might jump back in them. The BVTK.
Yeah, that's
not that I mentioned him, he might fall flat, but I've been watching him.
Yeah, that's an oldie, man. I thought it was gonna bounce off these levels up here, then it ended up selling off, and we forgot about it. But
yeah, we've seen him bounce around like a pinball. I don't know if he might be up on it, up and up, but I've been watching him. I'm not in them, but I've just been sniping.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with it in a nice last couple of days, man. But again, it's that OTC, as you mentioned,
right. That's what I'm saying. You got to know how to play them.
You got to know how to play those, and, it's not for everybody. But I appreciate you bringing that up, man.
Anytime, bro. You got it. Keep up the good work, Sal.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, awesome. Yep.
Yes, indeed. So let me go ahead and ring the bell to the end. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate all of you. 300 episodes. 300 episodes. We're talking about average of an hour and a half, 2 hours. Many of them many hours long. I think the first 100 or so more than 3 hours long. So I know, I've put out at least over 500. It could be over 500 hours of content. At least over 500 hours of content on the show. So incredible, man. Incredible. Let me get out of here because I know that a lot of you guys have to go to work tomorrow. I got to do some research on some plays tomorrow. I kind of already know what I'm going to look for, but great day of trading. Opportunities for the longs and the shorts today. All right. Both of you guys had love today. Whatever it is you wanted to trade, you were able to make money up and down. Shout out to you, man. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll get some clarification on what's going on with this Trump situation. His homeboy getting ran up through by the FBI. this could get ugly, man. This could get ugly because if he breaks, man, who knows what can happen, man. You know, so far he looks like he's, you know, one of them dudes that I'll never tell type dudes, but you know, you gotta understand the government will break you. They'll break you. They'll figure it out. Andrew Gladness, appreciate you. Bad Scientist. Dr. Butterfly, Pink Penny, appreciate you. Pigs always get slaughtered, Pink Penny. M1 Gunner, appreciate you, man. Cali Rob, Rich Millions, Corey Kwan, K-Mac, Ziggs, DPG, Rich Million, Mario Fincher, Shirley Lewis, Dr. Stangam, DNF Bob, Bad Scientist. Who else was in here? Londell Carter, Red Rides, appreciate you. Thank you, Dr. Stangam, Dr. Butterfly, Corey Kwan. Yes, indeed. Christelle Succeeder, Ricardo, Gerardo, Bo White. Appreciate you, man. All of you guys, man, who've made the show what it is. You know, if you've ever called, if you've ever chatted in the room, answered someone's questions, brought up a ticker, you know, you are really what make this show go on, man. I'm just the talking head here, and I appreciate all of you guys for allowing me to be perfectly imperfect. If I don't know something, I just say I don't know. And I think you guys appreciate that, man. No bullshit. And always keeping it with 100. Be back here same time, same place tomorrow. It's volatile out there, folks. Be careful. Don't risk too much. There's always another day to trade. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow, see you in same time, same place. Happy trading, everyone. Take care. I'm out.